how many of you, I know Gwen and I know Bernetta, and then so Erica, have you shredded before? Where are you in this journey? So
This is the third month. I started with under Karen Drake.
Okay, yes.
And
yes.
I started in, I guess, June. So
Okay.
this is the third. This one I almost forgot about. I didn't go to the I always try to go to the pre-meeting and I forgot. And so I feel like I did okay, but not as good as before. I know I didn't do terribly bad, but it was harder because I didn't prep.
Got it. So, and we'll see who else pops. Oh, some more popper honors. Let's see who else is here. Because I do want to know where everybody is in their shred journey. I can't see everybody for some reason. Let's see here. Carly, okay, hey, oh Lordy, didn't change your email, so I gotta get a new name for you, Sandy. And then Carly. So I just wanted, because all of you all are shredders, experienced shredders. So I really want to talk about your experience this time, what you felt, what you learned, and how you struggle. Because every shred is different. Sometimes we do it well, sometimes we don't do it well. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. But what's good is that we do it. Because what I know is even if you don't do it perfectly, the fact that you know that you're doing it, you put some limitations, right? If you were gonna, whatever it was, you just know like, okay, I was gonna eat 3 cookies and I'm on the shred, so I'm only gonna eat 1. Like, right? So I know that there's some limits, some things that we do. So I'd love to just hear. So Erica, you had said, this is your 3rd month. Let's talk truth. How did it go? What didn't go right? And just give us some feedback on, and just overall, since you've been shredding, how have things been going?
Well, I'll tell you what went well as I was continuing to exercise despite some things going on that would have made most people say, let's don't do anything. But I still drank my shake every morning. But my biggest struggle is the summertime and having to eat before 7. Here it's already 8:00, but it's hard to me to do that. And I probably had a little bit of wine, more than I would have, I don't know. It's summer. It's just, the restrictions are a little bit hard, but I found this one still not hard, still not hungry like in the past with the cravings and stuff, but just not perfect. And I think and there's no perfect, I guess. Nope. So I'm not mad at myself. I feel like I did okay, and there was a little bit of weight loss as well.
So since you've been shredding, because this is your 3rd time, how overall, just the experience, if you put it all in total, how has it been for you, and what have you noticed just overall by doing it?
I just feel better just in general. I think, like even tonight, okay, I guess I didn't have to really follow it, but I had the shake in the morning. And then I had, just a little while ago, I cut up some cucumbers and tomatoes, and I had a little bit of shrimp in it. I don't, that probably wasn't my norm. And I noticed that I'm not as hungry as I used to be.
Yeah, it's just a different level of consciousness. Yeah. Just so you all know, so you know too, the next shred will be September the 7th. So everyone can mark their calendar for that. So then you know. And we're going to change the way that the group runs a little bit. Just some logistics behind the scenes. So I'm hoping to start getting people like plugged in there early so we don't miss anybody. But thank you so much.
First, shouldn't it be the 14th?
Yeah. Did I say the 7th?
Yes.
So sorry. I looked at the 14th. That's because I didn't drink enough water, y'all. Dehydration. Yeah. It's the 14th.
Water, Robin.
I know. So the 14th is always the 2nd Monday of the month. And some people start like the first day of the month, and some people start the first Monday of the month. But we always just collectively do the 2nd Monday. So yes, please mark your calendars for the 2nd Monday, which is the 14th. Thank you so much for that.
When will the meeting be? The pre-shred?
So the pre-shred meeting is going to be on the September 10th at 6 PST. So if you're if it's 8 o'clock, it'll be 8 for you, but on the 10th
Okay.
of September. Yes. Fatima, I want to hear from you how your journey was or is with the shred, if you don't mind sharing. And I don't know if this was your first shred or not.
This was not my first shred, but this was my first completed shred.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
I love, we got to be honest, because I want people to know, like, sometimes you get started on day 3 and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna come back to this.
No, this was my first completed shred. And I will say, I think what really helped me to complete this, I love the guidelines, like the pre-shred was so perfectly orchestrated. I knew what it was that I needed to do. I knew what was expected of me. I knew the rules of engagement. Whereas before, when I've done it in the past, not this particular enhanced shred, but just in general, it was just kind of all over the place and no real focus in terms of, what your focus should be. Yes, there were the guidelines that I would follow, I would see on the Shred 10 website, but for some reason it just wasn't sticking and it wasn't personal to me. And it totally, this has been a really, really great experience. I will do the shred every single month, and I will be inviting every single person that I know to do it, because there were a couple of things that I noticed. First of all, I'll share with you the struggles.
Okay.
My one struggle around from day like 1 through about 5 was getting enough water in each day. And then I just set this timer on my phone and was like, anytime the timer goes off, just drink some water. So I did that. And then I remembered the guidelines. I was like, wait a minute, she set some guidelines for when you're supposed to drink a quart of water. Oh, let me look at that. It was just a total oversight. So from day 5 all the way through, I've been really, really consistent and good with my water. I noticed a huge, huge difference in terms of how I feel. Another struggle has been the sleep, getting the sleep down for 7 consecutive hours. I noticed during this particular shred, I don't know if it's because it has stirred up some things as far as what's going on hormonally in my body, but I'm perimenopausal right now. So I'm not all the way in menopause. I've had some periods kind of hit or miss, but the hot flashes during this shred has been unbelievable. I lost 7 pounds.
Oh, great.
I think it's just in sweat alone. I really do. But I remember there was someone on the pre-shred call meeting that was talking about how how Juice Plus was really helpful in her in allowing her to be able to manage going through menopause. And so I just kept that at the forefront of my mind, and just stay consistent and remember, like, okay, just remember to get your shakes in. Remember to to just be consistent. I think another hiccup for me from in the past, why I wasn't able to always complete the shred, was that beautiful gem that you gave me, which was just throw the capsules in your smoothie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that made a ton of difference for me, because there would be days where I would forget to take them, or I'd be like, 8 pills, really? Yeah. But this was so easy. It wasn't even like I was on any particular lifestyle shift. Yeah. It just was a natural part of my norm. So I'm looking forward to, I'm giving myself, I'm thinking that the hormones as a result of this shred will probably balance themselves out over the next 30 to 60 days. So I'm just giving myself that time. Just like, it's a 4-month commitment, like give yourself 4 months to let your body find its rhythm and find its balance. But it's been a really, really great experience, and just thank you. But I really think the way that this is, the way that it is mapped out.
Yeah, we try to
it
give
really
it
is an enhanced version.
Yeah, we try to give
absolute
it that
value,
and then make it easy for you all to invite someone else to join in. We have that pre-shred and the post-shred. And again, every time we do a shred, we notice different things. But the thing about it, and you said something that was key, and I want everybody else to hear this too, is this consistency in doing it, because that's when the body is able to balance itself out and all of that. And then yes, adding your capsules to your shakes is a game changer, because you don't have to think about it. Y'all don't have to open them up or anything. You just throw them in, and then you don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, I got to take 8 capsules. They're big. I don't want to take them, because I, like everybody else, I do not like swallowing those capsules. It is not fun. But when I throw them in my shake, then it's like no big deal. It's no big deal at all. Oh, and then someone said try evening primrose for hot flashes.
Thank you, Carlene. God bless you.
Yes.
Because the sister is going through.
Yes, and y'all, you know what? I think each one teach one. So if y'all know some stuff, then you let us know. So Sandy, are you willing to just share how you're doing, or how you did? Do I need to unmute you? Let me see if I can unmute you.
I'm sorry. Can I just say one quick thing?
Absolutely.
One quick thing.
Yep.
I will say, losing the 7 pounds, 7.5 actually, was really remarkable to me, because I had created this belief. I had continued to talk to myself about, like, well, maybe this is kind of what it is. Like, I'm going through menopause. Maybe you just can't lose weight during menopause. And this experience has definitely challenged that thought.
That's good content for everybody. That is good content. Sandy, can you unmute you, or because I'm trying to? It says, oh,
Sure.
There you are. Hey, I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? Let me just say this. You're one of my favorite Facebook posters, because you have me laughing so hard with some of those posts. Yes. Oh, and then someone else. Wait, Sandy, before you start, somebody says double up on JP fruit because the citrus is great for hormonal balance. Someone chimed in and said that. So that's good information. Oh. I'm going to go eat me some more gummies. Not because you said that, but just because I eat too many of them anyway. Okay, so how are you, Sandy? You look great. Give us your thoughts and your feedback and your struggles and all of that.
Well, I just started with a new physician after 22 years of being with one. And so practice closed. So, of course, she wanted everything, all the blood work done. And I was upset because the A1C went up to a 7. And I usually go between 5 and 6. And she wanted to increase medication. And I said, nope. I said, I got to reconnect with Robin, my nutritionist. I said, because when I stay with her program, then I'm around a 5, stay at a 5. Okay. So I do have trouble sleeping, so I'm not up in time, because sometimes, I'll be up till 3, but I'm hearing Jim cough. Okay. Stuff. So anyway, but I found, like they said, I haven't been as hungry, so I've had my shake in the morning, and then usually tuna and a lot of veggies, and maybe a piece of fruit, because I have half a banana in the morning with the shake. Okay. And then I try to put in some spinach, and then the evening, the fish and so forth. But the big thing is not eating after 6:37 when I eat that meal, because I was eating every evening. Okay. And eating a lot of chocolate. So I feel like in the AA meeting, I've been 10 days candy free.
I know. So how do you feel not eating after 7? Has it been hard?
It was the first several days, and so I keep some little pretzels by the bed. Okay. And if I was feeling like, I don't know if the blood sugar was going low, then I just take 3 and drink a lot of water. Okay. But now it's evened off, so I don't feel deprived. Got it. But I was glad you had answered someone on Facebook that if they were only doing the 3 meals, just drink a lot of water. So I make sure to put, the lemon and cucumber slices and whatever else in the water to make it feel.
You look really good. So do you know now if your A1C is balanced, or you got to wait and go back to her?
In October, because this just happened 3 weeks ago. So I thought, well, I'm just in time for the shred to start. So.
Yes. And then, September 14th, come back, so that when you go back to her.
Now, can you just kind of stay with that meal plan the way I just described it?
Yep. stay with it. Yep. And we'll talk about that too, actually. It's like what happens after the shred, but just staying with that whole system. You had said something. Oh, did you put your capsules inside of your shake? Did you try that?
There were a few times when I did get the second shake, I would put just the green, the
Okay.
vegetables, and I did spinach and a few raspberries, fresh raspberries.
Okay.
That worked out fine. I just opened up the capsules. And
You don't even have to open it, Sandy. You just throw it in. You don't even have to open it. Just literally throw the whole full capsule in because the capsule is food, so you don't even have to open it. Just throw it in. Yep. Thank you so much for sharing and being, because you've been around me for ever, for like forever, like a long time. Thank you so much. So here's the deal. I don't know everybody. I know a few others. So is there anyone else willing to come on and share? Because I don't want to. Oh, I'm going to read somebody's comment. Those omegas really help my chronic inflammation in my knee. No more cane. Thank you, Ventria. I hope I don't say that right.
Yeah, it's Venetria. Venetria.
Oh, check you out. Nice photo. This is what I would say. Well, let me ask you this, Venetria. How long have you been taking the omegas? And do you take everything? Or?
I just became a Juice Plus rep since April.
Okay, and you already noticed the change.
Like in the first 2 weeks. Yeah,
wow.
Because I was also taking ashwagandha, which had really started helping, which happily got rid of the cane. But then when I took the omegas, I have, like this sporadic pain, which still hits me. It's not totally better, but I definitely use yoga as a bar to let me know how much my knee has healed itself. And when I first started, if anyone knows anything about yoga, wide leg child's pose, where your buttocks is on the heel of your foot as you're laying on the floor with your arms out. I could not do that. Right now I can. I mean, like not 90%, like 92%, seriously. And I love my yoga. And the first thing was like, oh my God, I can't do my yoga.
Wow, what a phenomenal story. You know what? Let me say this, because I think the omegas are like I don't want to say they're like a stepchild, but even when I talk about the shred, I never really talk about the omegas. But come September, we're really gonna start really talking about it, because when people are taking all of them, these are what's coming out. It's like, and you take the omegas and the other capsules too.
Well, just to let you know, I'm alkaline, so there's just a few, 1 or 2 things in there that I really don't do. I can't promote it because of what my company, we're alkaline. But I'm definitely pushing the omegas because they're plant-based and they go right to the plant, not to the animal, not to the fish. So it's totally alkaline. And that right there, that's what I use. but for people transitioning, I'm definitely pushing the product, because in transition, I think it's one of the most like down to earth food and whole food going into, there's not a lot of products like that at all. And I read, I sit in the supermarket and sit in the aisle and read everything. I've done it like a half an hour reading crackers. They all had wheat in it.
Yeah, so thank you for that. So for you all that don't take the omegas and you have questions about them, I'm not going to really go into them other than to say that they are plant-based and they are doing amazing things in the body, and it is an omega. So for whoever is your shred leader here, get back with them and they can give you some more information about that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to have a couple others to share their stories, and then I'm going to talk about what's next without me just calling. I do want to say this though, Anna, you don't have to unmute or anything like that, but Anna, unless you want to, but Anna, I don't think you missed very many shreds. I want to say you've been shredding consistently for I don't even know how long. If you're willing to say, how long have you been shredding? Because you just missed very few of them.
Oh my gosh, I think I've been doing it for um, 2 years now with you.
Wow.
Or
Yeah.
whenever you started the Juice Plus line, I think I started, and I've been on and off. Um, but this year I've actually, I think I missed one this year, but I've been consistent.
You
And
have.
and this time around, I noticed if I don't take my pills, my inflammation starts affecting my body.
Wow.
So I've been regimen on that. And then the only time on this shred, I didn't actually use my protein powder in a smoothie. Like I just did straight almond milk and the chocolate. I
Uh-huh.
like the chocolate. And I don't know, but I found I lost 3.5 pounds, and
Wow.
I gained some during this pandemic. So, but
Girl. Me too.
I had a couple of times where I gave into a little bit of sugar.
Mhm.
But I did my best this time around to stay consistent with eliminating all that and staying with just protein and veggies and some fruit. And also this last, uh, since the weekend, I believe too, I didn't eat a lot. Um,
Yeah.
the shake pretty much sustained me, which was good. And then if I got to a point where I was hungry after 6 or 8, like last night for sure, I ate late lunch, but I had just a little bit of corn flax type chips I found at Aldi's, and then some guacamole, which
Okay.
I made it myself. I had
Mhm.
avocado and some salsa, and I put lemon juice and some seasoning, and that
Awesome.
was my dinner
Yeah.
at like 8 o'clock. So that was the only time I ate after 7. But
After that. Very good. Thank
yeah,
you. And we're like a family here. We're a shred family, and it's just so good to reconnect every month and do this together. And it's just we all inspire each other. And I would just say this to you guys, yeah, some shreds we do better than others. And what I'm hearing also from people is that some shreds are like, oh, I did better on exercise this time, or I did better on not eating after 7. So anybody want to throw any last minute comments in before I just wrap us up and just it sounds like, well, let me ask this. Is there anyone that is brand new to the shred where this was their first shred? I want to just make sure if there are any
Elena.
newbies. Because if not, if
El-
we're any newbies?
Elena's raising her hand.
Okay, Elena, would you are you okay with sharing your this is your first time, how it went for you? Did you have any challenges or any questions? Just want to hear your feedback as a new
Yeah, I'm Ilana, and
Ilana, pardon me,
yeah,
Ilana.
no, that's all right. No, no worries. I'm from Connecticut, and yeah, this is my first time, and I found it much easier than I thought I would. I thought I was going to feel deprived, and I wasn't. Kind of went smoothly. I kept track on the little, like, checked off everything, and there was only a couple of blanks throughout the 10 days. So I was pretty proud of myself. I lost 6 pounds, and actually like a half an inch here and there, around. So I was really happy with it. So I'm sold. I just struggled a little bit. I think sometimes I wasn't eating enough, and because I am vegetarian, so I so I and what was allowed to eat and not eat, because I usually eat like more of the processed stuff, because I'm not a great cook. I don't cook a lot. So I just ended up having brown rice, pasta with a bunch of vegetables, like most of the nights, just because it was easy and I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
um,
Do you eat tempeh or tofu or any of that?
Tofu, I did buy some, but I didn't make it yet.
There's a recipe, and I think is Gwen your shred leader?
No,
She's a good-
actually it's Dorothy. I don't
Oh,
know. I think she told me about this, but I never see
okay.
her on here.
So
I don't
so maybe if whoever it is, I just want to make sure you have the full meal plan after the shred. Gwen, do you know Alana? Elena? No, you don't. Okay, you don't. Oh, who's your shred leader? Tell me.
Her name's Dorothy Rogerio. I don't know. I saw it was on there. It was on Healthy Inspirations. They said about this, so I came on here for the beginning of the shred.
Okay.
So,
Well, ask Dorothy to make sure you have, if she has it, the full meal plan that comes after. So after this is over, because there's recipes, there's tempeh recipes, tofu recipes, and there's a guide to help guide you through the next 21 days. And when I say guide you through, so technically we're off of the shred, so the guidelines are not as strict. So we still, of course, recommend people stay on the path. But if you wanted some bread, or you wanted a little bit of something that is, outside of the guidelines, it still is a menu meal plan that will guide you through so that you can stay balanced and focused, but have a little bit of leeway. So your shred leader, just go back to him or her, and ask that person for it. And if they, ask them for that.
It's called what? Full.
It's the enhanced shred meal plan. Ask them for the enhanced shred meal plan. Yep. And so all of the rest of you all should have it. If you've been shredding for a while, you have it. If you don't have it, ask your shred leader for it. And so we try to keep these wrap-up calls to about 30 minutes. So we're coming up on that. Well, again, mark your calendar for the 14th. That's when we start again. On the 10th, we'll have our pre-shred meeting. I encourage you, and I always encourage you, to invite others to shred with us, because the more the merrier, and it's such a wonderful thing to do. And I know you all know people who could benefit from this, and so bring them and share this with them. Is there any shred leader, anybody want to say anything before we wrap up at all?
I just want to say that I had several people to shred this time, but most of them were not available tonight. Okay. I had a couple, my first couple shredding. Well, wow. I've actually got 3 couples that are shredding, but this couple, the husband and the wife, were really working hard. Yeah. And the wife lost about 7 pounds, and she has been on many different shreds, but her husband said that she felt really successful this time, and they are actually having a date night. So they, I told them, well, stay with the date night.
Cancel that date night and get on this shred call. Have date night on Zoom. No.
Well, actually, I have to say that I told him, I said, this would be a great cheap date.
Yes.
To get on the Zoom, but he didn't buy it. So anyway, but I'm really happy for you continuing to do this, and yes. I love the 4-week plan afterwards, because that's what I always struggled with as a leader. What do I do next? How do I help them to continue? And for someone else who spoke and said that, I guess it was Fatima, that about the experience and being more conscious of it. That's what it's all about. I mean, I've been shredding for about, I think, 4 years now, for as long as the shred has been around. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I feel like I don't worry about eating something that's completely off charts. Like, I don't eat beef at all. Mm-hmm. I'm not a vegetarian because I want to be able to eat what I want. I generally don't. But if we're invited to something and they have filet mignon, mm-hmm. and I want to try it, I don't have any guilt about it, because I know I'm shredding, so I feel great. The one thing I want to say to, I guess it was when Nima was talking about the hot flashes. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm going to do a presentation tomorrow evening that talks about the hormonal balance with citrus fruits. And I found that I had a very specific experience with that. I went down to Florida to see my daughter when she was in college, and I left my Juice Plus at home. And I thought, that, well, it wasn't and I had stopped having hot flashes within about 3 or 4 months. I completely, no night sweats, no hot flashes. Went down to spend time with her, and I didn't have my Juice Plus, and I thought, well, I guess it wasn't the Juice Plus that helped. I got on the plane, and I felt like someone put a blowtorch to my face.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I had such an incredible hot flash.
Wow.
And when I got back home, I told my husband, I said, okay, this is the test. I'll start taking it again. And sure enough, within a week, all my hot flashes were gone.
Wow.
And it was amazing. So I was really, really amazed at that.
So Gwen, I'm going to stop the recording, but I have a question. So you said you're going to do something, some event or something tomorrow. Is that what you're saying? You're going to have a talk? Can you post that or share it, or is it shareable? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the Doctor's Orders with Coach Carla Thompson.
Oh.
But my my title is the wisdom of God's pharmacy, and I'll be talking about external pharmacy that God provided, and also the internal pharmacy that we have.
If you have the graphic, if you could send it to me on Voxer, that would be wonderful. I thought I stopped this recording, but I guess